Alright, guys, we're back. We've had a little bit of an outfit change. I realize there's a lot of items and things like that that I'd never really taken a look at, so we're just gonna start looking a little bit more dapper. And, mix it up occasionally. We'll probably go back to Larry Piper's traditional getup, but, when the seasons change, maybe we'll switch it up. But if I remember right, Imelda Reyes, this was her little friend who never wanted to play with her anymore. Let's get lower so we can actually have a better conversation with you. Hi, bye-bye.
Going for a swim?
Goodness, no. Though I'm beginning to think I really should learn how to swim.
Well, what can you
Can't
do?
very well be liaison to the mer people if I don't know how to swim.
You're a liaison to the mer people.
Well, not technically, no. At least not yet. The position doesn't actually exist at the moment, but I have a plan to change that. I'm Nerida, by the way. Nerida Roberts. We didn't officially meet, but we dueled in the Crossed Swans Club.
Ah, I killed you.
Yes, of course. Good to see you again.
And you.
You seem quite interested in mer people.
I am. And they're as misunderstood and disregarded by wizard kind as goblins and centaurs are.
Okay.
I feel that if goblins and centaurs have liaison officers at the ministry, then the mer people should have one too.
Centaurs have liaisons? I didn't understand. Well, that's admirable. Maybe they're just water savages, though. Have you ever thought about that?
I'm impressed. I think reaching out to the mer people is a grand idea.
You do? Oh, thank you. Of course I haven't exactly done anything just yet.
Okay.
I presented them with a gift a few weeks ago, and they wanted to leave me one as well, in one of their caves. Reciprocity and an offer to visit. I tried telling them I couldn't swim, but I'm afraid that bit got lost in translation. Mermish really is tricky.
Merman! Merman! So what's our deal? What is Wizard Kind's... I mean, it's not as if the majority of us swim, right? So,
How
like,
has
what's the
wizard
deal?
kind fallen short in its treatment of mer people?
Well, we've consistently deemed mer people as being beneath us despite the many similarities between our cultures.
They're literally
One
beneath
can
us,
hardly blame them for declining being status by the ministry years ago. Who are we to classify those of such beauty and intelligence?
But they're under sea level, so they are lower than us, hypothetically. I mean, literally, actually. I guess they're equal with the Slytherins, though, because we sleep at the same level.
What do you imagine a liaison to the mer people would do?
Not a
Oh,
goddamn
so
thing.
many things. I want to know everything I can about them. After I've mastered swimming, I perfect my mermish, of course, and I'd share with them anything they wanted to know about wizard kind. My hope is that by understanding each other better, both of our societies could grow.
Okay. Okay, you're going to share our technology with them. We don't even let goblins use wands, and you think that we're going to give mer people the ability to cast magic and stuff?
What is it about the mer people that interests you so much?
I can't begin to tell you how brilliant they are. I mean, rumor is that tales about them have infiltrated even the Muggle world. The oldest known mer people, sirens, come from Greece. And of course Scotland has Selkies and Ireland is home to Merrows. I could go on for ages about them. Their glorious underwater communities, domestication of sea life, their art and music. It's a travesty how little is understood about them.
This reminds me of the Metalocalypse episode where the band Death Clock makes an album that's expressly for fish, and I quote, "Because fish does not have good metals to listen to." Yeah, look up the song Mermaider by Death Clock, and oh god.
Well, I can swim and could help you if you'd like.
You'd really do that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, thank you! Thank you, thank you! The last thing I want is for them to think I'd shunned their gift. Diplomacy is a delicate dance. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can dive down to their cave from just there in the water.
Go into the water.
I can't wait to hear about what you find. One day soon, I'll see for myself. I just...
I'm so glad I decided to do this quest in winter. Alright, here we go. Here we go. I immediately hypothermic. Not a good idea.
This place. Did the mer people really leave Nerida an artifact?
$20 says no, they didn't. No, they didn't at all. Alright, Lumos, we need the butterflies.
Lumos.
Come here, you. You ain't coming? Is it because of the webs?
Incendio.
Yes, yes it is.
Now then,
There we go.
I'll need you to come with me.
Correct.
Now for the rest of you. Incendio. Confringo.
Incendio really is the worst.
Lumos. What do we have in here then? Nerida will be happy about this.
That's it? I didn't even have to fight, like, the tentacle monster? Not bad. Not bad. Okay, get me the hell out of this cold water. Is this why you gave up on flying, so that you could talk to the fish people?
Your gift from the mer people was exactly where they said it would be.
Oh, that's wonderful news. I was so worried I'd left it too long and they'd seen it as a slight. Our relationship with them is already so tenuous.
I've decided it's mine.
And I'm glad we helped to foster some healthy diplomatic relations.
Merlin's beard. It's marvelous. I'm going to show it to everyone, including the ministry. Should I hand deliver it or send by owl?
Hand deliver it.
Thank you again so much. You may have just helped improve relations between wizard kind and mer people for decades to come.
We've read the
I
books.
can't wait to study this.
We know full well that that doesn't go the way that she thinks it does. A Mermish liaison's uniform. Do we dare to be so sexy? Let's find out. Let's find out. Where is it? There it is. We are incredibly snazzalicious. Look at how fashionable we are. Fantastically snazzy. I feel like I'm going to a Renaissance festival. Look, I even got that towel in my side so I can like wipe my hands like a quarterback. Okay, let's see. Now that we're done fucking around. A basis for blacks. Okay, cool. Natty Ice wants us to go take care of some stuff. Let's rock it. I've immediately changed my mind and I'm not down for this outfit.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Yes.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
She's foreseen that you've done this. I'll speak to them.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Why are you running? Hey, that's that dude. That's weird. Oh, whoa. Catch up a little bit. Okay. Inside this. And up.
Revelio. Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Is Rabe.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Who's this guy? Somebody you want to tell me about?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Well, I'm only a 5th year, so I know. Why would Harlow take his husband?
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow.
Okay.
I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
They're trying to find the vault that we were in.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity.
That's good.
I also know that he's extremely clever.
That's good.
That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Because wizards rely on their wands to such a great extent that once you take that away, they're effectively children.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Cool. That's what I need.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe.
You told me everything.
The lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful,
Hey, now you
albeit more than
die.
disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
Get him back.
All I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Ma'am, do you know how many people ask me to do things for them, putting me directly in harm's way? And some of them succeeded. We do hope you will reconsider helping us. Giving you ample time. I know your husband would appreciate it. Best to keep this between us.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Call the cops, and you will be put in
I
a
hope
tub.
it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
But first, we robbed Serona of every last valuable in this place because, well, you know why. Oh, dang. Definitely want to jump over that. Down we go. Good.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you?
Mr.
It's
Dibble's
about
got
Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few
Explain.
weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed.
Okay.
I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
This man's meekness is beyond words. So this guy hypothetically came in, kidnapped your girlfriend that you were supposedly engaged with, and you were keeping all of that a secret. Because you weren't going to just stand up and go, yeah, she's dating me, square up. No, instead, you were going to let him rob your employer. You were going to cover up his crimes. And then you were just going to wait while he, took your woman away from you forever? Impressive. Impressive. Show me the note.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Okay. I'll take that note later. How are you hiding?
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
Yeah, she's gonna die because she chose wrong.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
This is abjectly pathetic.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Here's the thing. Even if you don't unforgivable curse another wizard,
Where was I?
the entire Harry Potter book series
How to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
has kind of shown us that all you have to do is hit somebody with an Expelliarmus at least once, and again, a wizard with no wand is effectively useless. They rely on it, and the majority of them aren't trained to use them without it, like the Ugandans are. So, just once you have their thing disarmed,
Must be around here somewhere.
they're at your mercy, regardless of how meager you are. You just have to sum up the courage to at least make that first strike, and what are they gonna do? This video game has shown us that a 5th year with drive and determination can literally change the entire goddamn world.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me.
Did you do it?
But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
Should have spoken out.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, She had just completed a small book of poetry.
Okay.
As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again. But do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I am
I've
going
spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now
to
to
rob
find
you.
that.
I'm going to rob you of everything that you have when I get level 3 Alohomora. And it will be just... It's just infuriating, right? Because, like, every single witch and wizard in this entire village probably went to Hogwarts. Where are the Gryffindors? Because, you know, you have an entire house dedicated to the characteristics of courage, daring, and bravery. Do their balls just drop off and roll away, or what? Like, what's going on here? It's like, as these people become adults, they just become meek, and it's weird. You'd think they all have the capacity and the same general
It's not
knowledge
like
that I
likely
use.
to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps I'll find her there.
They know. They know. We gotta get there faster. Haha, that's a much faster way to get across that water. Nice.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
No. No. Can I climb up the dock? Ooh. This was a terrible idea.
Natty's wand.
Ooh.
She can cast without it.
Correct. She's
She
the only
wanted me
one
to find
who's
this.
not useless right now.
She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Into the cellar on the other side. We already know.
Natty must have been taken this way.
Here we go.
I need to find her.
Natty better look the other way when I start unloading the justice that the entire village couldn't pull off.
Just footprints led to this room. There must be
Come here, you.
Accio. A hidden door.
Good.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
It's okay, they wouldn't hurt a child. But they would kill a
Let's be
gazelle.
sure I'm not
They're all
seen.
poachers.
Revelio.
I should, but you know? Oh. Yes, correct. Especially a Slytherin god. a Hogwarts student as arrogant as the Slytherin god will have stopped us. There we go. Dulcibella
The book of
Filbert.
poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert.
That's right.
I'll be thrilled to have this back.
I need a hero. Alright, go back to Open that. We need Otto Dibble's love letter. Very important. There it is.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Too bad. I'm gonna read it aloud for the class. For show and tell.
Revelio.
Alright, here we go.
Descendo.
No, come on.
Glacius.
No.
Repulso.
There we go.
Revelio.
Oh, this was just one of those like, oh, you should stealth in me. Oh, no. Okay, cool. I lied. Alright. Man, the talented control, super effective.
Repulso.
Dum bum bum bum.
Revelio.
Bum 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 bum. More to steal. More to steal. Okay, go up and around. Up and at him.
Speak to her again.
Ow.
Personal.
You're mine. Useless. Useless again.
You'll be sorry for this.
Bombarda.
Then from above.
Leviosa.
Expulso.
Expelliarmus. Crucio. Confringo. Defender. Confringo. Bombarda. Expelliarmus.
You're gonna die, clown.
That all you got?
Resto momentum.
What are your thoughts on electricity?
Confringo. Defender.
Might want to look up.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Some execution. Alright.
Revelio.
Don't get me wrong. The stealth in this game isn't the worst. It's pretty decent, especially when you can, you know, tap the button and send them in certain directions, but nothing satisfies me more than defeating multiple enemies in duels.
Resto momentum. Revelio.
Do that again, and I'll squash you like.
Petrificus totalis.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's just a
Revelio.
little bit of a glitch when you turn them into a crate and then detonate them. Good. I'm a 16-year-old kid. I'm immediately more combat effective than the rest of them.
I knew you would realize I had left my over here.
Okay, perhaps later Isco Rabe. Aha, first. Who are you?
Mr. Rabe.
Oh,
Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
that's right.
She spoke with my wife.
Of course.
How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
They're all
It's
dead.
nearby. I can sense it.
They are all
Understood.
dead.
I'll find it.
We do not have to worry.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand.
Revelio.
Something.
There it is.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there.
Got it.
Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back.
Here you go.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Do it. Detonate yourself. Basic cast, that's what you did? Come on, Natty Ice. Here's your one back.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery.
That you do.
I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
No.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here
No
on
need.
our
They're all
own.
dead. We're fine.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friend.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Which Ashwinders? The dead ones?
Revelio.
Come on now. Larry Piper fears no man or beast or biatch, for that matter. I do forget the way out though sometimes. Perhaps we go this way. Let me run to the left. Good.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Hal.
I'd hope so, because Mr. Harlow tried to kill me, and if you try and kill the Slytherin god, it's not gonna work. Gonna have to turn into Slytherin god blue. Oh, hi, Officer Singer. Nice of you to be useless.
Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher.
That's told.
Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe.
You are useless as a cop.
Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
You suck.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you,
We're free to go.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Abjectly useless. The authorities haven't done a single thing. The countryside is an open rebellion alongside a school with a headmaster that couldn't be bothered to make his students nearly as safe as his successor will have made them. So please, defund the police.
With all due respect, Officer, the
give-
authorities haven't done
Oh,
much
man.
about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations.
How about the proof?
I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this.
It's because there's no discussion. You're terrible
That
at your
side,
job.
You may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Abjectly terrible. Useless government bureaucracy. It's a good thing we are a very particularly libertarian Slytherin god, so we can take all the justice into our own hands and make this entire place safer. Alright. Let's see. Poppy and the Dragon. We can teleport there. All right, we're back into the Dork Forest. Getting into Poppy. Poppy, sweet as candy.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
The centaurs are
Is this where
fickle.
we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
You've got backup. They'll figure it out. We just have to make our case, and I'm sure they'll hate us, and we'll probably have to beat one or two of them into submission. But once we do, might does make right in this regard.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
Death is worse than expulsion. 100%.
I hope they can tell we're sincere, but Poppy, centaurs are just centaurs. They can't read your mind any better than I could.
They can also
Perhaps
be arrogant.
you're right. It's just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right.
Uh-oh.
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do.
She's not telling
They'll
them
have to
everything.
help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right.
She's like, my dad's a
We'll meet
poacher.
with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
Her dad's a poacher. Something silly like that. Guaranteed. Hello, my friends.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Not a great plan. Talking to Slytherin God.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care.
You're not a beast.
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Not true. You should have seen.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all three of your heads.
I like him.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know
Hey.
that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be?
She could have led with that, but
In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
you got it, dude. I'm starting to like that blazer look. I really
don't
do.
understand.
It's pretty dapper.
So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone.
We got
What
it.
do
So.
moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
Okay. Centaurs drink and they know things.
He could have been a bit clearer, or stayed a moment and answered our questions.
Centaurs can be cryptic. Gran says no one talks more in circles than a centaur. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later.
I agree.
I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned.
I can just
I'll
find
let
it.
you know what I find.
Aw, come on. While we're here,
Here's one of those tables Professor Shaw mentioned.
let's just look at a star pattern real quick. I don't know what this would do, but our journey to the stars. Let's see. We turn it, rotate it this way. Rotato, rotato, potato, potato. Not bad. Clicky clack. Just about. Ah, it's a dragon. I thought it was a snake. Cool.
Revelio.
Now to behave exactly like poachers. Those are thestrals, right? No, those are... Ooh, griffins. Okay, alright. Here we are. We're gonna be pieces of shit. First, we... Where'd you go? Shh, 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 shh. Damn. Oh. Don't want to Crucio them. Dang it. Alright, well, we don't need that. They like to be snuck up on first. Damn it. So there is perfect blocking. Come here, you. In you go.
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm. Revelio.
We're helping. I think the other one flew off.
Revelio.
Yeah, the other one must have flown off. Wonder what those two beast locations are. And there's another table over there. Hello there.
Aha! Back bumble. Ha! You're easier to spot than in a rump. Bit obsessed with class.
Confringo. He's so articulate. Arrest them unless looking for you. Defender. Confringo. Bombarda. Leviosa. Descendo. Confringo. Defender. Arrest the momentum. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Imperial.
Not what I wanted to do.
Revelio.
Alright.
Expelliarmus.
Back the moon, I see.
Crucio.
It isn't Dora Treadwell's precious.
You are the talk of the school since you saved Mr. Reb and I from the Ashwinders. We have come so far. We should discuss the next steps in our plan to stop Harlow.
That's right.
Revelio.
What's around here? Oh, mooncats.
Revelio.
Inside this tower. Nice. Let's go get that table real quick. And bring us closer to the stars. Activate. Centaurus of the Taurus galaxy. Nice. Did that actually go through? I think it might have. Oh. Butterflies, ancient magic, beast. Yeah, we can afford to follow those beasts, or the butterflies at least. Take me to your leader. Clickety clackety. The amount of micro adjustments you have to make on a broom when you're flying slow. Nice. Completely worthless. Not a cat! Oh, don't care to pet the cats. Never did. Too many cat-like things. Haven't been able to touch a single owl, but there's cats everywhere. Okay, these guys are gonna get surprised. Oh, actually, let's not do the beast thing. Let's do a little incendio. And you know what? It's been a long time. Why don't we open up some talents real quick? Let's go through some, we've got 2 talent points. We're trying to save 1. Let's get some Glacius. That's fun. Glacius seems fun. Let's try and use that right now. F2, F4.
Waste of time. Glacius! Protego! Incendio! Die before you have a chance at Incendio! I feel it burning.
Hi!
How would you be needing to get the rest of the
Not so tough now, are ya?
Don't go down easy.
Hang on,
Let me sit here. Where's that goblin hell?
Killed him. Ow.
Slippery as a kelp.
You're gonna be a box. Ow.
Quite beautiful.
Descendo's not too bad with the Leviosa.
Revelio.
Not too bad.
That was meant for me.
Ow.
Ranrock has fooled you all.
Ranrock fooled you, but I'll fix his mistake. Put you in the ground.
Revelio.
Bold move. Okay. Let's get out of here. We'll do that main quest finally. No, we'll go talk to Natty again. One more time. We've done a lot of playing around. Look it. We are the talk of this school. Ooh. Gareth Weasley does need stuff, but first we go to the Great Hall and we talk to Natty. Natty Ice. Gareth can wait.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Christmas.
Ah, I have been meaning to speak with you.
Yes, we won't.
Revelio.
How did your mum?
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer.
Us.
If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was
Not a
gonna
good
make us
plan.
take it.
Not a good fucking
From
plan in
most
the
majestic
slightest.
giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our
Okay.
way home
Okay.
when we surprised
That's
a
a little
group
better.
of bandits. Who
I
had
thought they
come
were
from
both
our
running around
village.
as gazelle. It's like, get the
One of
fuck
them
out of
saw
here.
me, just
Not a
as
good
he
idea.
removed a scarf from his face. He shouted, and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me, and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today.
Not
My
true.
mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
You should have had him become like an elephant or a rhino or a hippo. Hippos kill more people than anything else in Africa, so hippo that shit and you can bounce. That's fine.
I'm sorry, Natty.
We
I
don't need
can't
to pry too
imagine
much.
what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words.
Oh wait, they can't
We all have
change
our
what they
burdens.
come into. Okay, so
My
that was
father
my
had a
fault.
saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You
That was
deserve
it?
all
Okay,
of the
good.
praise you have received.
Okay, main quest it
I've
is.
always said that travel broadens the mind.
Main quest it is. This is an awesome. Just let's appreciate this for a moment. Look at this. Incredible. Attention students, I am what's known as the Slytherin God. Don't worry, I have made the countryside safer with every kill, every unforgivable curse, because I use them every single fight that I can muster. Okay, it is time for the map chamber. We don't need anything from the room of requirement. No, we can go. We can go. We have all the stuff we need. We should use Eridus and Maxima potions together. I think I might level up to 33, so I might buy a room of requirement talent before we begin. Okay, our Eridus potions are a little bit more effective, so let's burn through those, and then we can get a Maxima upgrade afterwards to just break the shields. That's kind of the most inconvenient thing about all the combat.
Welcome
is
back.
breaking the shields with the correct thing. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us.
Nope.
Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
He's an amazing wizard. However,
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Our Slytherin gods.
Off on another adventure.
Yes. Yes, we are. And we are sprinting to the Fig. We're gonna run to the Fig. We don't even care. We're not gonna map travel. It's been a while since we ran around the castle. Full sprint. After learning everything that we can. Ooh, making some noise.
Come now, Annabelle.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Wow, everybody hates Professor Black. I wonder how that rubbed off on Sirius.
Professor, we...
We ran too far, too fast. Very good. Oh. This is a very interesting section. Wow, I'm completely not looking at my minimap. Okay. So we're going here, then we're going here. Then we're turning left, then we're going to these doors to the left. No. Up one more time. Excuse me. What do you teach? I don't know what he teaches. Do I have to wait until nighttime? What do you teach, Professor Fig?
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Nope.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
No.
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
This is going to be incredibly painful, and it probably has Professor Black's nut hair in it. Here we go. And his clothing, no less.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes.
There we go.
As we
That explains it.
discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black.
That's unfortunate.
I'll see you there.
It sucks that he's so hated.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
It's always cooler when a principal is like widely accepted and loved by the entire faculty. It's like, that's how you know. If there's any principals that'll ever watch a YouTube video, no!
Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I...
Boing.
Well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really?
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here? Seems fine to me.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets the...
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
We're having too much fun with this as a character.
When I witness what passes
We're
for
going to
magic
be
in these
found.
halls,
I also heard the headmaster approaching.
I do want to run through the school as Professor like, if we can find peas, that'd probably be amazing. Let's find peas.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Headmaster, here, what could you want?
Go on, come here.
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I love this.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
I would have been like, where the hell did you learn Crucio, you bastard?
Call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
Tell me!
A word?
Yes, I
Professor
needed to
Black?
see you, actually.
Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials
God,
in a somewhat
yes.
shortened season.
Yes.
It would be better than none at all.
Yes.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir,
You're fired.
I have a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Why can't I just let Quidditch happen? I know that I can't, because then Professor Black will be like, okay, who the hell told you that that was okay? Professor Black's not just going to turn around to just save his thing, but do I threaten her? Please do.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
When did Professor Black...
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
This is rough, because, like, it's not like Black's been involved other than the day that we saw him.
This way.
Hey, hi.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Tell me the truth.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
What do you mean? The more people I talk to, the worse it gets.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Okay. We need to, like, the whole pureblood thing is just starting to get old. Oh.
Professor, I need to speak to you.
Okay. How about if I go this way? Damn it.
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh. Very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
What does he teach again? I don't know.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may,
I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
Don't get on my shit list. Don't get on my shit list, Professor Weasley.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Better stop asking so many fucking questions. I mean, we're single-handedly keeping the entire valley safe. We've killed how many Acromantula, how many trolls. We've helped literally everybody that we've come across. And she goes, I'm wondering about how much time he's spending away from school. Like, it wasn't her idea to get more involved by having extracurricular activities for all of the professors to teach me magical spells that they have no fucking business teaching me. Like, Madame Kagawa did not need to teach me Glacius. Like, Professor Hector or whatever didn't need to teach me a charm. Like, there's so many. Hecate, whatever. Like, the nerve, Professor Weasley.
Scroop!
I'll remember this.
Greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
Scrope, beat your ass for me right now. Right now. Do it. I want to watch.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you.
Everyone!
Attention, students! I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the stunning banners of Slytherin. I shall be taking no questions at this time.
You're goddamn right. I am a Slytherin god. It's befitting of them. This is super silly. Uh-oh. We wasted too much time.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Dodge roll. I thought we had like an hour to deal with this.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
And hope the gargoyle doesn't go, hey, buddy.
Revelio.
Remember that student? That new one? Look at our fruits, the fruits of our labor. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Christmas colors, no less, too. It would be if you were Gryffindor as well, but let's say not nearly as brave as the Slytherins that sacrifice all their friends to the dark arts / flex. Alright, up we go. Out of my way, I have a place to go. Oh, not that way. This way. Good.
What are you up to now?
It is impressive how far away the headmaster's office actually is.
Revelio.
Pause. This morning's crystal gazing was most discouraging. I was initially thrilled to see the mystery and magic in my future. The atrium scene appeared to me clear as day. I've always dreamed of working there. However, as the atrium dissolved into a sea of brooms, endless rows of them, my elation turned to despair. Am I destined for a future in broom regulatory control? The tedium or whatever the song of a fooper for my sanity. For now, I must accept that I'm not naturally inclined towards divination, although I have some skill. And who wrote that? Nice. Cool. So, back towards the headmaster's office. I wonder if the unidentified items...
Revelio.
It's a little more rank 3. Yeah, makes sense. It's probably the best items in the game in there. Wow. There's nothing but chests on the way up here. Okay, well, we'll need Mr. Moon's Alohomora rank 3.
Revelio.
What's in those over there? Okay, so we need 2 things. And they'll rotate, and then we need 2 more things. What are those things?
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
While we're up here, I don't want to come back. Okay, I don't want to come back for that.
Revelio.
It's going to be inside the... there's a lock right there. It's going to be right here.
Lumos.
Come on. Up we go.
Toujours pure.
And he's inside his thing right now. The staircase that leads to the headmaster's office is guarded by an enchanted gargoyle. Though anyone choosing to visit the current occupant, it's difficult to path. Is he really that hated? Wow, that's impressive.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
Not all headmasters and headmistresses enjoy reliving the day-to-day challenges of running a school. Oh, these are past headmasters, and most of them are just asleep.
Revelio.
That's silly. Time to rob the place. Alohomora rank 3.
Alohomora. Revelio.
Real quick. This is a level 3, isn't it? Damn it! We should fly up here when we have the chance. Where is this? So that's the lake. Let's get our bearings. Okay, so on the bridge, the tallest tower to the bridge is the headmaster's office. On the outside, we enter when we get Alohomora rank 3. Not bad.
It's good to see you.
Hi.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
Okay. You got it. Because
I
I
suspect
guarantee
there will
you
be
won't
more
tell
to
me.
this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Very likely. Receipt, hair tonic, wax, pomade, comb, back scratcher, doxycide. Paid in very small part. Remainder to be billed to ministry. Wow.
That must be the pedestal. Revelio.
That's the pedestal. But we need more dirt, more secrets. There's a note in there. Ah. That's because there's a level 3 unlock for the gear in there. Dang. Okay. So when we hit a higher level, we can go into that. There's nothing underneath. Alright, let's do this. Read! Read!
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me.
Work paper and a pen.
The first you will need is a cloak. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Tale as old as time. Invisibility. Testing my abilities.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
They're gone. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? I need to time this just right.
Avoid the deathly boys. Uh-oh. Bassoon. Alright. Without a way
Best
to
move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere.
Whoa. There we go. Without the ability to cast them away. Seems very fickle. Waiting for number 3 in the middle here to fuck off a little while. There it goes.
I need to time this just right. see a staircase straight ahead.
How could this happen?
Ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Let me fight it. Come on. Come on, man.
This is my chance. Come and leave.
No. If we walk out, he immediately grabs us.
Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
How about now? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
That's where I need to go, but
wait.
I need to find a way past them.
Bum, 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 bum. Wait. Bum, 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 bum. It's definitely trying to do something about the Black Death or something like that. Deathly Hallow, dark, you know. Evil! Evil! There he is.
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be another way to find you.
Here we go.
I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the owner. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
Oh. Moving well. Not bad.
Revelio.
Oh, so we can Revelio stuff? Not that it matters too much. Okay, what's your pathway, Stratego man? You come forward. You do a half circle. You stop right there. Do you turn around? Yes, and then I follow you.
Now's my chance.
Right behind. Around, over, across. Got it. It's the most I've ever stealthed in this entire game. Drop down. Drop down, left, right.
Revelio.
No secrets.
That's the way forward.
Okay.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
That's right. When you hide from death. Now you go through.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
Bum, 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 bum. Welcome to the Deathly Hallows. Bum, 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 bum.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
Give me the wand!
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
will defeat all of my enemies.
I've never felt such power.
Depulso! Revelio. Depulso. Bombard. Depulso. Descendo. Revelio. Defender. Bombarda. Depulso. Descendo. Defender. Bombarda.
Good. You gonna die, clown?
Defender. Bombarda. Defender. Descendo. Depulso. Bombarda. Defender. Stupefy. Bombarda. Depulso. Descendo. Defender. Bombarda. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Descendo. Descendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Bombarda. Descendo. Okay. Descendo. Defendo. Bombarda. Protego. Descendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Descendo. Bombarda. Defendo. Descendo. Revelio.
Give me the stone.
A simple stone. This must be for me.
Flip the picture over 3 times. Tell you the secrets of the dead.
You're far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead.
She's gone.
Oh, poor Neve.
Let us always honor her memory.
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Not unlike a painting.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
That is correct.
Remember that as you witness my memory.
Morganach creates a greater darkness by taking away all the pain of the Black Death and putting it into a singularity somewhere under the countryside. $5. Here we go. Cry into it. Do it. Yeah. Give me that tear.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands.
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
Even you! Look at you!
What are you doing?
Taking your pain. Drinking it down. Drinking it.
Breathe it in. Can you feel it? Oh, Isadora.
This must stop.
Drink it.
All of it.
Drink that shit.
You've had this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it.
Cherry.
I choose to embrace it.
See? The dark side is strong in you. I knew it. I fucking knew it. The arrogance. Look at it clearly on display. She's no Slytherin god. I am. What better hands could that magic be in than in mine? Where the hell are we? We're not in a book anymore.
Revelio.
There's always a chest. Where's my chest? I didn't even get a chest for that? Fuck you. Hers was the worst. Alright.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
Yes.
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
Let me guess.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Well, well, well. Until the next one, it seems.